how are you?
2 weeks after taking over to lead Kenyans, the Kenya Kwanza government, led by President William Ruto, has been put on a weighing scale. In what has unfolded as the kickoff of the opposition, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka has accused President William Ruto of failing to address pertinent issues affecting the country in his inaugural address. Musyoka said that Ruto had failed to keep his campaign promises, including reducing the cost of living.
From day one, all costs associated with basic living have gone up. The price of unga and the cost of electricity are beyond the ordinary mwananchi's reach. These are matters we feel should take preeminence in these early days. Just like there was the rush to subsidize fertilizer on the 19th of September 2022, the same urgency should have first and foremost been applied to the rapidly rising cost of living.
In what is meant to rescue the common mwananchi from the high cost of living, President William Ruto announced to reduce fertilizer prices of a 50-kilogram bag from 6,500 shillings to 3,500 shillings. Musyoka now says the Azimio coalition has directed allied legislators to open an inquiry into how the government procured the subsidized fertilizer.
We also question how this fertilizer was procured, when it was procured, and where it was sourced from. We ask, does it meet the Kenya Bureau of Standards, KEBS standards? This administration must therefore make public.
Kalonzo noted that some of the people Ruto picked as cabinet secretary nominees have criminal cases that they will ask the MPs not to approve them.
The selection of cabinet secretaries, some of whom have amazingly active criminal cases, is unquestionable. What are you asking our parliamentarians to do? Honestly, to go into the committees, compromise them with money here and money here, and actually approve people with criminal cases. If I was William Ruto, I would withdraw some of these immediately to avoid national shame and even international shame. This was not procedurally done on the basis of competencies and personal integrity. We shall direct our MPs to withhold approval of those who do not meet the Chapter 6 threshold of our Constitution.
The former vice president, who was flanked by a host of MPs, said the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission must be reformed to guarantee free, fair and credible elections in the future.
On the back of this heavily contested election, the deficiencies that exist within the judicial and electoral systems needs to be immediately addressed. We must reform, and I cannot overemphasize the word must, in the light of what we now know. We must reform the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, to be able to, perchance, going forward, guarantee our children free, fair, and credible elections.
The move by Azimio coalition to front Kalonzo Musyoka to address their issues has opened another debate on who is the opposition leader between Kalonzo Musyoka and ODM leader Raila Odinga.
That's what it should be. Now, we already know that there is the positioning. People are positioning themselves to be seen, to be leaders of the opposition. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has already declared his interest in being the leader of the what? He's not in parliament, but to be giving guidance as the titular head of the opposition. He's made that clear, that announcement clear. What might happen is that there may be some jostling for the position. Who is the leader of the opposition? Is it Kalonzo Musyoka or is it Raila Odinga? So we expect a little bit of political entertainment as the two of them try to figure out who is the leader. And then what does this leader do? Give principle alternatives. And if they do, whoever it is comes up with good principle alternatives, to whatever policy positions the president. Actually, it's the president who makes policy, not the deputy.
Davis Mberia, Ebro News.